Hey, short. Hey, shorty. We take trips in the room. I'm waiting on my bus right now, you know. This location is a little different. Trenches. But I decided to go in late today. Why? I already planned in advance. Feel me? Because I thought today was St. Patrick's Day, so I'm like, alright, the bus is not going to be holiday schedule. I'm thinking it's a holiday, but it's not a holiday. Who would have knew? You know what I mean? Like St. Patrick, a white holiday is not a holiday. So I already put in the time already to be late. I was supposed to be extra late. But I'm like, you know what? Instead of just laying down here, trying to force myself to go to sleep, I might as well just get up. So I got up. Guess what happened? Took my time. Intentionally missed the first bus. Intentionally missed the first bus. Now I'm waiting on the second bus. I was gonna miss the second bus and take the third bus. I put in that much time to be late. You feel me? These niggas are stalking me, by the way. You feel me? Stalking me. They still mad at me. They didn't even want me to go to sleep. They jealous of me. You know what? We just go back this way. We're gonna take another route. A little more soothing and comfortable. I love the trenches and all that, but these niggas playing games. They hate me. They hate me. You feel me? I was listening to Jim Jones and them on the Breakfast Club. That was a hot interview. Before that, I listened to Hassan Campbell, and he was talking about Jim Jones, so that took me to the Breakfast Club. And I started listening to Jim Jones Copper Statics. You know how that goes. Shout out to Jim Jones. It kind of took me back to my New York days around those times. Feel me? Even hold on, that's my alarm. My alarm is what keeps me up and keeps me activated. Feel me? I ain't even gonna lie to you. That shit keeps me alert sometimes. It helps out. It doesn't do the whole job, but it helps out. Cause you know, when you got savages, that's a compliment to them. When you got rodents and everything else trying to creep up on you, try to get the best of you, while they've drugged you in some kind of way, so they can get a shot at you, a little cheap shot. I always gotta keep the alarm to keep me going. Feel me? That keeps the mind awake. It keeps you aware. So you know who's my best friend? My time, man. My time is my best friend for the past couple of years now. A few couple of years. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's my best friend. Can't even lie to you. But I was thinking back to my New York days back then. You know what I mean? When we was young, we all used to meet up in my crib. The whole block. That time, around those times, my mom was in Africa. You feel me? So I had the whole crib to myself for the summertime. And that was like regular, almost like every summer, it seems like. So around that time, my mom didn't trust my brother. Or sometimes my brother had to go to camp. So he went to upstate New York. So the whole house was for me. And the block used to come to my crib. We spent nights. Lord knows things that could have. If there was social media, it would have been a nightmare. Cause the shit that these niggas is doing now, they couldn't even compare to what we used to do back then. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all niggas. Imagine having a whole crib for the whole summertime. No school. Nothing. You wake up in the morning, your niggas is in the living room. I'm in my room. I probably have my bitch over. At that time, we wasn't really jealous of each other like that. So it's like, you couldn't be jealous of each other. Like, everybody had their own bitch. And it's like every other day, we was looking for new bitches. Like, niggas used to just scramble the street looking for a group of bitch that can match our group. Because it was always a group thing back then. Although we had our own girlfriends, shout out to the former girlfriends of ours. I'll speak for myself. Going out there and having sex with other women didn't feel like cheating back then at all. It's like the conscious part wasn't there. We wasn't thinking about her feelings or anything. More than likely, she probably was doing the same thing. Girls was rolling group. It was probably like, it was crazy back then. I mean, we wasn't even thinking about none of those shit. And that's just the truth of the matter, you feel me? So we was just, you feel me, just hanging out, chilling. But most of the time, it wasn't really about, like the girls part, it probably was on a weekend. If you wanted to, like, you feel me? We hanging out with niggas all week, playing video games, talking shit, basketball tournaments, you feel me, in the park, going hard. Nigga, it was a rivalry. It was like, most of the people that we used to beef with basketball later on grew up, we became friends with, you feel me? It's crazy, like, but it was definitely something very personal. There was so many things going on that summertime. And there was no parents around to tell us nothing. And around the time too, my stepfather, at that time, my mom didn't work out like that no more, so he was out the crib. So the crib was really, really mine. You feel me? Like I said, it was just me in the crib, and you know what I mean? And these niggas used to come knock on the door, feel me, when they had to go home, but when they came back, they probably stayed there for the whole, you know what, feel me? Niggas went in my closet and everything else, like, you know, switching clothes and everything else. It was something that regular niggas did, like, you feel me? It wasn't nothing personal. I still ain't get back my white pellet jacket yet, you feel me? It was an all-white pellet jacket. Back in the days, I tell you this, man. If you wear a jacket and boots or whatever you got on, you have to be man enough to protect it. You couldn't wear a pellet jacket or Timberland or any Michael Jordan shoes without you having the balls to protect it. You feel me? Because it was like niggas were just going around just robbing people. They'll take the jacket off your back. They'll take everything from you right off. Feel me? So it was like, yo, it's like you was selling your own death sentence if you was to just have a big ass pellet jacket. But nigga, I was like, yo, fuck that shit, man. I had my flag on. Feel me? I was wearing all kinds of flags. I ain't give a fuck what time it was. I just was an outlaw, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had the diplomat, brown diplomat. Shout out to Max. Max gave me that. I had the brown diplomat flag on with my white pellet jacket with the big bird on the back in gold. Whew. Shit was crazy. With my Timbs on. You know, I still ain't get it back. The niggas took my pills and everything. Haters. Who would have known? They didn't even want me to get that shit back. Nigga brought that shit back. That shit, it went from white to brown. You can't wash that shit. You feel me? But it's all good, man. Still all love, man. That's the past. I can buy one right now, but I grew out of it. I think Pels should come back. Ain't nothing better than Pels. I never bought the oversized Pels. I always had the what you would call it. I was one of the first niggas to start wearing the fitted Pels. It fit me nice. Usually back in the days, everybody bought it oversized and they kind of drag on the bodies. I was more like, nah, fuck that. It fitted me nice and it was just something new. Feel me? But back in the days when we was on the crib playing games, talking shit. One of the stories I'm about to tell, we was talking shit, da-da-da. And one of the guys was like, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I can't even lie. Late. A bunch of us in the crib. My nigga Ant started talking shit. He was like, I bet you can't do that in real life. I'm like, alright, cool. We was playing a basketball game. He said, I bet you can't do that in real life. So I'm like, alright, cool. Let's go to the park then. Let's go. He's always going to argue with me. But it's funny. Sometimes when you fight it out with your friends at a younger age, y'all grow up to not having any kind of secret bitterness against each other. Because y'all got it out the way already. That's why it's always good to, take care of those feelings. You have to conquer those things before. You just can't be hiding out and hiding your feelings and being bitter in secrecy. You don't do that shit. Be a man about your shit, man. Feel me? A lot of niggas wasn't men about their shit and they hide their feelings when they was young. So it became hatred as time went on because they wasn't men enough to confront these things. But anyway, long story short, but it's still long, no homo. We put the video game down, we jumped right to the park. Bomb. He's like, I'm like, let's go. We jumped over first of all, the park gates was closed. So we jumped over the gates and we went straight to the basketball court. Remind you, the lights was off and everything else. I swear, we was playing the basketball. We was playing one-on-one. Everybody else was just there, just watching and just laughing and shit like that. Just gassing and hyping it on, knowing that I was the best basketball player in the history of the Bronx. You feel me? I mean, I gotta exaggerate, but I felt like it. You know what I mean? They was just happening up. But I tell you no lie, man. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. The lights was not on, right? The street lights was not on, so it didn't give us no shine. We could not see the rim. I swear we couldn't see the rim. It's like it was just manly. It was just aggressiveness and a lot of like testosterone at that time. It was like you just back. You're like, what the fuck is the rim? It didn't even matter. We just wanted to show off and just go at each other. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you know who won already. I ain't even gotta say nothing. I know you already know who won. I always won my games. All my one-on-ones, I won them all. Ask about it. You feel me? And if I almost lost, I make sure I won. If I had to cheat, trip you, and everything else, I was real bitter with the losing. I ain't gonna lie back then. You feel me? I gotta clear my voice. I just came off the bus. These niggas be trying to kill you and shit. They don't even want you to talk on this shit. They thought I was gonna talk about them. Y'all niggas I'm telling my own story. Look at you. You thought you was that important, right? Anyway, look, man. Yeah, it was crazy. That's just one of the few stories during those time period was very, very important. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It kind of makes sense now when you hear stories about who is who. It kind of shapes up the narrative or the reason why the people who are going against me around that time, it makes sense now. Like, okay. It makes sense because a lot of those hatred was built during those time periods. You feel me? Now, I mean, there was a few summers in a row where I had the crib to myself, where I invite people over and everything else like that. You feel me? It was just us. It was us and the crew. It was a lot of us. I can't even lie. It was a lot of us. So I can now see, that's why it was kept secret from me. Because you can see the animosity building up during those times. Because these people just didn't have the balls enough to just confront the issue. Or it was some bitch ass nigga shit that it was like, it wasn't even worth talking about. It's like, yo, you really mad about that? That's nonsense, bro. It's not even worth elaborating. But you know how that shit go. Feel me? You know how that shit go. It's very hard to tell who is who when people don't express how they feel about certain things, and they smile in your face and they hold on to things that they could have just expressed it out. You feel me? I mean, like it was most of the times, even in the neighborhood, niggas used to slide box or put the gloves on. Feel me? Like these shits help shape a man up, and these things are needed. You feel me? Instead of just running to go get a gun and everything else like that, we didn't even do none of that. Like if there was a problem right away, we were taking care of it right away. Feel me? If niggas had to fight and dap it up later, that's what it was. Even in high school, you know how many people I had fights with when I was in high school? And today I'm still cool with them. There's like no bitterness. You feel me? And it is what it is. It's like, I gotta take care of your problem. I gotta stop. Niggas gotta stop being punks. You feel me? You have to be able to face your problems right on. You feel me? And I think that's what's missing in this new age. It's like a lot of people be like, they're so weak and they're too quick to go run to a gun to settle their differences instead of just, knowing how to voice your opinion and your concerns. Throw your hands up, nigga, know how to fight. Like, and I can't even lie. Although I had those traits, I still had niggas around me that didn't have those traits. And look at what made of these men. You feel me? You can be successful all you want, but if you're a punk, you're a punk. You feel me? The only thing you're gonna do is just surround yourself with niggas that think like you. Oh shit. Hold on, we running. Feel me? That's the only thing I think you're gonna do. You're gonna surround yourself with people that think like you. You feel me? You like look at that. All these years, you're still holding on to things that you can't even express. You done stab a nigga in the back several times over and over, and you still can't get over it. You feel me? But I felt like during those time period, during those time periods, boys, I feel like during those time periods, it made a man out of most people. But if you're not a man, the reason why you can't be a full man because of those times period, because you wasn't a man enough to face those things. There's a lot of things that went on that you can't even talk about. You feel me? There's a lot of things, like, a lot of things, you feel me? But, truth be told, it wasn't as serious as the things that these niggas is doing nowadays. We never did the things that they were doing nowadays. Never. We ain't hate on nobody. We ain't try to jump people. We was protecting ourselves. So our main thing was, get some money and, fuck some bitches and, have some fun. It wasn't like, I'm gonna just go watch the next nigga. We wasn't watching the next nigga just to hate on that nigga. No, nigga, I was too busy trying to be fly like a motherfucker. I try to be so fly. I was trying to be so fly, nigga, like, it was like I didn't even know how to come down. For real, like, that was just the whole mentality. We was just like, it was just like around the era of Dipset, so it's like a group, like, you had your crew, I had my crew type shit. We go to parties, we go to basement parties, Jamaican parties, we go to house parties, we was mobbing. It was a lot of us. We go to Gun Hill Road in the Bronx, feel me, mobbing, out there, deep, going to other niggas' hood, bagging other niggas' bitches. I mean, we was looking for trouble, but we wasn't really making no trouble. We was like, there's a lot of us, you don't really want to start nothing right now, bro. There's a lot of us, my nigga. Don't even try it. Yeah, niggas leaving their own party. You feel me? Gun Hill, you had niggas leaving their own. Shout out to Garvin. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's just the truth. A lot of niggas missed those chances. A lot of niggas was too young to go, you know what I mean? That's how I remember my cousin, that's how you tell my